Let's talk for a little bit about the Silent Hero 4. I did an overview video of this a while back, and I talked about fixed blades being used as EDC knives. You're starting to see that more and more where it's allowed through your municipality, through state and local laws. Always make sure to check. That's my PSA that I'm throwing out there. But where it's permissible, you're starting to see more folks carry fixed blades over folders. I believe that, one, they're just more robust. They're going to hold up under hard use a lot more than a knife with a pivot point. It just is. If you're doing a lot of cutting, a lot of stabbing motions with your knife, it's just going to wear out those pivot points really fast. With a fixed blade, you don't have to worry about that. Now, this is what I consider the ideal length for an EDC fixed blade. Now, we're a little bit over 8 3/4 inches. I think it's 8.88 inches. So what, 8 7/8 maybe? Somewhere around there. With a cutting edge of 4 1/4 inches. I'm looking at my show notes. That way I can give you guys accurate info. Made out of 1095 high carbon steel. What I really like about Tops, and you guys know that I've tested out a ton of Tops knives, is their heat treat. They do a differential heat treat. And if you're new to the knife community and you're wondering what a differential heat treat is, it's where the heat treat on the cutting edge is a little bit harder than the heat treat on the spine. That's going to give you a little bit of flex in that blade. If you had a heat treat that went all the way through, it's going to make that knife structurally weaker. So with a differential heat treat, and I proved that I've stood on knives, I've done stab tests, you see it in this review, these knives are going to hold up. I've rarely heard of any failure in a Tops knife, and that's just a testament to the quality and the craftsmanship that they put into their blades. Now, as you guys know, I'm a big fan on handles. If a handle doesn't feel right, then you're just not going to use the knife. And with the Silent Hero in my medium-sized hands, it works really nice. There's a nice little forward choil. The micarta is radiused really nice. And then you have the scallops in there for where your fingers just naturally go. And I must say that a lot of attention to detail goes in to the handles of these knives over at Tops. Yeah, they cut them out with a CNC machine, but there's folks that are in there sanding all the fine details into these scales, and it just adds to a nice little personal touch on these knives. Now, we got a Saber Grind. I'm a big fan of Saber Grinds. It works really well in these cutting tasks. And you guys saw where I was cutting rope, I was cutting wood. I did a couple procedures like we would do with a tri-stick. I didn't go full-blown tri-stick. You didn't need to on this. I cut leather with it. And the reason I cut leather, it'll really let you know about, one, the cutting angle and the sharpness of the knives. Now, when I do these reviews, I do not dress the edge up at all, meaning I don't strop it, I don't polish it. The way that you see it in these reviews is just like if you would open it up out of a box and use it yourself. Let's talk a little bit about the sheath. The sheath design is remnant of the Tops Cut 4.0, and it has those straps with the buttons on there that will not open up unless they're turned a certain way. So if you have it on your belt, you're not going to loosen up that button. It only opens up like if you pulled it from the bottom and then put it on. So they're one-way snaps, and then you can configure it just about any way that you want, and there's enough holes in the belt loops to adjust it to whatever size belt you're going to carry. Also, Kydex Sheath, and Tops does a really good job with their Kydex. No battle rattle there, just a nice interference fit on there, so you know the knife's going to stay secure. Whether you're going to carry this in a cross draw or scout style, you're only limited by your imagination of how you can carry this blade. Overall, just really nice looking blade. The little brother of the full-size Silent Hero. It's been out for a few years. This is using 1095 high carbon steel. That's an 1/8 inch thick. I think that they got it right on this blade. If you want to learn more about this knife, I'll leave links to Tops knives in the video description below. And as always, folks, I thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.